Good morning, friends. We have been talking about mindfulness and creativity and changing our mindset and things like that. And I came across an article again from the Daily Motivation site, and it was about applying mindfulness in order to enhance creativity. And sometimes just our minds get so cluttered with everything that this just had some ideas of kind of how to declutter and free up space so that we can be creative. So one of them is to do meditation, and I know that's not always easy for everybody, and um, but even just taking some time to just sit quietly and practice some deep breathing and just slow down a little bit can be really helpful. The other thing is a brain dump, which I absolutely love. I don't do it as often as I'd like, but just literally writing down everything that's clogging up your brain. Sometimes we just have so many thoughts going through our head at one time that it's really hard um, to to pick out what we really want to be thinking about. And then that helps us also to maybe stop overthinking it. If it's all just down on paper, then you can have some clarity around it, and um, just it's easier to think, okay, that's my next step. If I'm just like totally crazy and have all this stuff going through my head, I don't even know where to begin.
hmm
So
Yeah, I had the same thing, or I'll just take a piece of paper and just write. I mean, doesn't have to be full sentences, even just all the stuff. Or I know a friend of mine. I should really try this too. Puts it on a post-it note and sticks it somewhere. So she's like, "Okay, I don't have to think about that right now." But now it's there, so I know I'm not going to forget because I think we get so fearful that we'll forget something.
yeah,
We have an idea and we're like, oh, I've got to act on that right away. I'm going to forget it instead of maybe just jot it down. That way we can tell ourselves that we're all good. It's on paper. We'll get to it later, but I'm doing this thing right now.
yeah,
It's that mindfulness that's so hard for us because there's so many distractors all the time. And my mind does that anyway. I swear I have ADD. It gets worse as I age. Scott actually agrees with me that day. He's like, I think you're right. I mean, my mind is just all over the place. So I have to work hard on like listening to a conversation and just really being in the moment and not be all over. My mind goes all over.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah. Good
Yeah, I
reminder.
think Sarah just did a thing on that. I think with the parking lot. So when a thought comes, if it really is something that you want to remember for later, have a spot. I think she has it like on the back of her door where she puts all the
Oh yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
I know other people. We were in meetings. We used to do that. It's like we're on this subject, and then something else comes up, and it's like, oh, that's a really good thing that we should think about, but that's not part of today's agenda. We'll put it in the parking lot, and then we know we want to come back to it at a later time, and
hmm
we'll make it part of that agenda. Because otherwise, meetings can get like so distracted because there are a lot of good ideas that come up. But if you want to stay on task, then you need to keep it to this. We'll save that for a different time. So
Yeah, it's true.
yeah,
Yeah, we can spend hours and not really accomplish anything
yeah,
because, yeah. But then our minds can rest too, because like the things written down, we're not going to forget about it. It's written down. And a lot of times we may go back and go, I don't like that idea anymore anyway. So
right,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
good. Yeah,
All
good
right, everybody.
reminder.
So free up some space in your brain today so that some creativity can seep in and you can do something that you enjoy. All right,
All
everybody.
right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.